and leverages her art to fund causes that she believes in. Ranjani is a passionate aficionado of classical music and is also actively involved in helping promote Western and Indian classical music as well as dance, both globally and in the Los Angeles area. I welcome you all to enjoy today's program, visit NCAT sometime and our new art wall, and join hands with us on this journey to make inclusion a way of life. Thank you, and now I turn it over to Ranjani.
Thank you so much for that kind introduction, Professor. Good evening, all. It's indeed a big honor for us to be able to collaborate with the premier institute, IIT Madras and NCAT, on the Artabilities for All Wall of Fame. A little bit of brief introduction about what Artabilities for All stands for and how the Wall of Fame evolved. So, like Professor Sujata Srinivasan mentioned, within Sayad Saras, the mission of Sayad Saras is essentially based on the pillars of inclusion and diversity. And Artabilities for All was one of the verticals that was born out of a global initiative to include visual and performing artists with disabilities. So over the last 4 years, globally, we've been able to provide an inclusive platform for close to 300 plus artists. And in India, in December, we've been curating this festival called Madurai Matram, a platform to feature artists, performing artists with disabilities, among other underrepresented artists as well. So the Artabilities for All Wall of Fame was an effort to provide visibility to visual artists with disabilities. And so about a year ago, in fact last year's Madurai Matram, Justin, who's right here, was one of our speakers for Madurai Matram. And I, ended up coming to IIT Madras when NCAT was still in the IIT campus and visited the lab, and we were talking about many different innovative things, and I kind of remember discussing this with Justin saying, we want to do this Artabilities for All Wall of Fame, sort of a museum, if you will, where we can feature the artworks, both visual and performing arts of artists with varying abilities, and feature cross-culture artists, other underrepresented artists, and so on. And immediately Justin was like, you know what, we're going to be moving to the research park and let's figure out a way to do this. And a year later, here we are. We have the Artabilities for All Wall of Fame, and this could not have happened without the hard work of every single person here at NCAT. I want to thank Justin, Henna, Dr. Henna, of course Professor Sujata Srinivasan for her support. Professor Kamakudi, thank you for supporting this effort, overall within IIT to bring in inclusion within the arts. This has been a lot of work, the artists that have contributed their artwork. So the idea behind the art wall is to showcase the artwork of exceptionally talented visual artists with varying abilities globally. So the idea was to kind of pre-concept launch a Artabilities for All museum, if you will. The idea being that we circulate the paintings or the artwork across different countries over a particular period of time. So every, say, 8 months or 6 to 12 months, we circulate the artwork, we showcase a new set of inductees in every part of the world that we can possibly get an Artabilities for All Wall of Fame. Essentially, by creating visibility to the visual artists, we give them a platform to showcase their art globally. So that was the overall thinking. And so we are very, very excited that today this is happening. We just symbolically signed the MOU today. Very, very excited. Without further ado, I want to move on to the rest of the program. But I was wondering if I could please request our guests to, light the ceremonial lamp. If I could please request our guests of honor, and also we also have amidst us several artists. One Shashi Kiranji just walked in here. He is a very well-known artist, art promoter, musician. If I could request you as well, Shashi Kiranji. And we have with one Dr. Gautam Suresh sir, who is also here. If I could request sir, and Sudha Raja, Dr. Sudha Raja, who is the head of the choir, Sargam choir that just occurred here. And also Professor Sujata Srinivasan, Professor Kamakoti, and please, if you could please all come to light the lamp. I know we've all been eagerly waiting to see the Art Abilities for All Wall of Fame, and I want to request Professor Kamakoti to do the honors of unveiling the art wall. Thank you. Professor Kamakoti requires no introduction. But we all know Professor Kamakoti is currently the director of IIT Madras. Microprocessor, Shakti, and won several awards for it, including the Abdul Kalam Technology Innovation National Fellowship. He is passionate about the arts, is an expert violinist, and a well-versed exponent of Carnatic music. As Director of IT Madras, he is committed to inclusion in all aspects of the education system and especially for students with varying abilities. He has been an avid supporter of R2D2 and NCAT's work, and we very warmly welcome you, sir, today. I was wondering if I could please request Shashikaranji, if you could please honor Professor Kamakoti. In fact, sir, we have an inclusive artwork that we would like to give you as well from Guna's Quilling. It's quill work done by artists with differential abilities. Professor, if I could please request you to say a few words. Thank you.
Friends, a very, very hearty welcome to CCAT, because this is the place. Many people ask what is the relevance of IIT. We have many satisfactory answers. We have few powerful answers. This particular setup is a very powerful answer for us. Very meticulously developed. Sujata has given all her energy to this. So congratulations, Sujata. We are very happy coming here. I must say that the entire research park, we have done quite a bit. We have around 400 startups with an evaluation of $5 billion, etc. But there are few things that make us proud and very contented. I'm very happy that this place has become holy by having this center here. Thank you again. Friends, we are very, very committed to make our education inclusive. With technology started intervening into providing quality education, it is for IIT Madras. We say that we are the #1 institutions for the last 8 years in succession. What does it mean? It comes with a very big responsibility. The responsibility is that any kid born in this country must not have a denial to quality education just because of a disability. And that is something we are bringing up here. And what we also realize that disability is an art, right? There is so much that people can basically achieve. I fondly remember a leg spinner, B. Chandrasekhar, who had a small paralysis in his hand, and he was able to deliver a ball called sleeper, which the entire West Indies team got threatened. Okay, so if you learn to live with a disability, that is success, but you convert this disability into something which is completely a game changer, that is a genius. And I am sure all of you, with all our intervention, we will try to bring that genius in you. And this Hall of Fame, this Wall of Fame is a demonstration of that. We will work with you. Now just after this I am rushing out. There is good is the enemy of best. I can't witness this entire function. I would love to be here. But why I am going to go and make a very big pitch for sports quota in IIT Madras. Okay. And in that sports quota, we are saying that we will have certain marks for national, state level, national level, international participation, and I am sure a Paralympic guy will come to us for a student, will come to us as a student, and that is something that we are going to enable, and I wish that day comes very quickly. And people at sports, what is great about sports, and of course great Vidwans like both Gatam Suresh and Sashi are here. Sports and art teaches us what it means to have an instantaneous failure and how to recover from that failure. Yeah. இடத்துக்கு வரல அடுத்த தாளத்துக்கு இடத்துக்கு வரணும். This is what music teaches us, and I think that we want to bring that type of people here who can be a role model for all the other students, saying that you can also achieve. And that is precisely why I am personally batting for the sports quota. But down the line, I also assure you, I will now fight for a culture quota. Okay, so we need to have, we need to bring that diversity. Beyond some point, engineering is also an art. When one of the fathers of computer science wrote a book, he called it as art of computer programming. It's art, right? So everything is art. We will work towards, and I request all of you to take great benefit. IIT Madras, now our motto is IITM for all, right? It's not for just the students who clear JEE and come. It's all for all. We have 22,000 students online. We have 1.4 million students who are accessing the NPTEL courses. And this center is also open to all. And I invite all of you to come here. Whatever thing that you feel that you can do with IIT and what you feel that IIT can contribute to you, we will try our best to get those things done. Money will not be an issue at all. When we start doing something great, something noble, money, God will ensure that we get that money. But we will take up many such programs. Again, this Margari Matram, let it be another Matram. So Sujata also conducts a one-day sports event every year for the, and we see phenomenal good tennis player. Actually, a tennis player came in the wheelchair and played table tennis, and I can't even stand one shot of him. He just bet me in every serve that he did. So this is the ability that we bring in here. So all the best, and I wish this function, this is only a series, so let it be number 1. So we need to see 2, 3, 4, 100,000, and as long as IIT is there, we should go on. Thank you very much, and a very hearty congratulations to all who had brought this function to this. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Professor, for those very, very wise words. I wanted to say that I think we've missed Dr. Sudha Raja. I don't know if Dr. Sudha Raja is still here. We wanted to honor her, actually. Is Dr. Sudha Raja there? She's left? Okay. So our artists, that is for all Wall of Fame. One of our artists, Swami, is here with his parents live. The rest of our artists, Anand, Anu Jain, Kelly Coleman from the US, Professor Nanita, are all actually online. I think Vasundhara, representative for Vasundhara from Guna's Quill Art, they're also online. If I could please request them to be projected on the screen and have them say just a few words before we get started. If I could maybe start with Swami.
Good evening, everyone. This is artist Swaminathan Manivannan. Swaminathan is a self-taught line artist with autism. He is an alumnus of Vidyasagar, which is an NGO based in Chennai, where his artistic abilities were identified and built upon. He can translate any image into an art. He had a proclivity to draw geometric shapes and designs right from his childhood and can translate any image into an art. The most enjoyable aspect of Swami as an artist is sketching pictures in a very unique style. His works have appeared on logos, calendars, as paintings at corporate offices and in corporate brochures. Drawing and participating in art exhibitions has become the way of life for Swami these days. His works can be seen on Instagram at Swami Artworks. Thank you everyone for giving him this opportunity to showcase his creativity in this prestigious institution. Thank you all. Thank you everyone, sir.
Thank you everyone.
Thank you, Ranjini.
Thank you, Ranjini.
Thank you,
Swami. So Swami's artwork is that pink purple flower. He's very, he does these line drawings, and here's some of his artwork exhibited over there, and it's just amazing. Anything and everything he does through line drawings, and it's a very unique thing that only Swami can do. We are so happy to have his artwork displayed here. Thank you. I think we have a few of our artists online. We have Professor Nanita Gangwani, we have Anu Jain. Do we have Anand? Perhaps we could request Anu, if she's online, if you'd like to say a few words. Anu's painting is the first one over there, that sunset, I believe, on the left. Anu, would you like to say a few words? Could you come on video? Video?
Yeah.
Video?
One thing.
Video?
One thing.
Video?
One thing.
Video?
One thing.
Sorry, not able to hear you very well.
Are you able to hear me?
I think we need to mute some instances there. Yeah. And only unmute Anu Jain.
Hi, Ranjini. Are you able to hear me? 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 Are you able to hear me?
I think we have to mute a few instances of Zoom over there. Could we admit Anand? 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 Are you able to, can you speak, Anu? Hello? Could you say something? I think we need to unmute Anu. She's been muted. Anu is from Bangalore, but unfortunately she couldn't make it. Anu, you're unmuted. Go ahead. No, we need to unmute Anu. Don't mute her.
Hi.
Yeah. Go on.
Are you able to hear me?
Yes.
Hello.
Yes, we can hear you. Oh. She's not able to hear us. So.
I can't hear. I can't. I think there is some issue in the network.
I'm just texting her to text. Yeah, go ahead and talk, Anu.
Hello. It's echoing actually.
I don't know what to do. I think, you know, maybe in the interest of time, we'll move on. It's okay, you know, I think in the interest of time, we will just thank our artists who are here. Anu, Anand, Kelly Coleman, who called in all the way from the US. I want to thank all our artists who joined in, and thank you for also contributing your artwork to the Wall of Fame. I hope you got to see the wall. We look forward to having you all Sunday to come here and see the Wall of Fame. I want to welcome Ambika Kameshwar ji, who just came in. Perhaps I could give you a few minutes to speak as well, Ambika ji. Ambika ji is actually a renowned dancer, vocalist, scholar, and educator recognized globally. And Ambika ji's school, Rasa Dance Company, will be performing today an inclusive dance, and she is a very big supporter of inclusion within the arts. And in the interest of time, I'm going to keep the introduction brief, Ambika ji. But if I could please maybe request you to come and say just a few words before we start with the program for the evening. Apologies to everyone about the tech issues with the Zoom.
A very good evening to everyone present here. Apologies for turning up late, but I have been on the road for an hour now trying to locate this place, and Google Maps took me all over OMR and brought me back here. And finally my husband said, that's the same place as where TCS is, so just get in there, so he's retired from there. So thank you so much, Ranjani, for calling me here and asking me to be a part of this very beautiful occasion. All these years of being in the presence of people with diverse abilities, I think has taught me one thing, which I was recently sharing with Anand's mother. She's also from IIT, and Dr. Rama. I was sharing with her that I have now recognized, after 35 years of running an institution for inclusive arts, after 43 years of being in the field, I am now going to remove the word inclusion and say, if there is going to be inclusion, there has already been exclusion. So where is the question of including? If you see them as separate, see someone as separate, you include, right? So I changed my Rasa song, I changed everything, and I said, no, we are all one. It's all about being one. It's all about just being one. And that's why even in my presentation, which we've planned for today, that last line, we've only said, it's just becoming one. And so that's why we are here. And the people who are here today all reflect that energy which I'm talking about. And everybody, if my colleagues from the field clapped, that's because they recognize that truth. Else that applause won't come. So thank you, Ranjani, for inviting me to be part of this very, very beautiful occasion. And let us celebrate the arts. Let us celebrate the oneness of all of us. Thank you so much.
If I could please request Professor Sujata Srinivasan to do the honors for Ambika ji, please. Ambika ji, we have a little inclusive art to give you as a gift. This is an inclusive artwork, quill artwork done by Guna's Quilling. They're also online. I also want to welcome Professor Pratap Haridas, who just joined us, who's the Dean of Academic Courses and a professor in the Department of Metallurgical and Materials Engineering at IIT Madras. In addition to being an accomplished academic with several international publications and patents, he has been instrumental in making education accessible and inclusive through NPTEL as one of its earliest coordinators. National Program on Technology Enhanced Learning is an initiative by the top universities in India to provide course content in engineering and science to students all over the world. And IITM's BS online program has grown tremendously under his leadership. Professor Pratap also happens to enjoy the arts, especially singing. Thank you for joining us, sir. If I could please request you to come on stage. We want to also do the honors and present you with an inclusive artwork. And if you could please say a few words. Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. I'm really delighted that I could join you this evening here. I think art and performance of any kind really unites us. At the end of the day, it's some expressive form of, demonstrating what we feel, what we think, and what we experience. And I think that is something that's got to do with our emotions and how we present ourselves. And therefore, I think it's perhaps the most unifying thing that you can do as a human activity, which, there are no real barriers, there are no real boundaries, and every person is able to excel in some special and interesting way. So I'm particularly happy that we have an event of this nature, and there's already a lovely display of art, and I think there's much more we are going to see in a little while from now. I'm very happy that my colleague here, Professor Sujata, has been involved in this for many years. It's nice to see so many facets of her work, and particularly, this is really expanded into something really nice for the society as a whole, because often I think in educational institutions, in research institutions, there is a disconnect between what happens in the lab and what we are actually able to deploy out on to the public. Or there's at least a long road. I mean, and most of us who are in the labs don't see that road. We just see what is in the lab, and with that our work kind of ends. We just don't have the width to go all the way to the finish. And therefore it's particularly nice that Professor Sujata has been able to do that, demonstrate it, and we have an event such as what we have this evening. So once again, thank you for inviting me here. I'm really delighted to join you today. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. So I just wanted to say that the tech problem is possibly fixed. If we can give 5 minutes to our artists who have painstakingly done this artwork to just say a few words, share their thoughts. Let's give it one more shot and see if this works. If we can go back to Anu, Anand, Kelly, and I don't know who else is there. Anu, why don't you go first?
Hi Ranjini. Are you able to hear me?
Yes.
Hello. Am I audible?
Yes. You are.
Hello.
You are.
Oh, hi. Hi everyone. Hi Ranjini. Thank you so much for inviting me here and giving me a chance to display my painting on a wall of fame. And that's really a big thing for me to have my painting on the wall of IIT Madras. And I'm also from IIT Kharagpur. Means I'm not a student or something. I'm a professor's daughter. So I know how it feels being in IIT campus. And that's I'm really grateful for Ranjini to giving me chance of displaying my artwork. I'm really very happy to have my art on the wall of IIT Madras. I'm an artist as well as an art consultant, and so I'm sorry I was not able to present there lively. Because I live in Bangalore, so it's a little tough to travel here and there. What else I can say? You can ask me something if anyone wants to. I would love to speak with all of you.
Does anyone have a question for Anu? That's Anu's painting, the very first one. In fact, there's a little description about each artist and, over there, and a link to their social also if possible. But I request everyone to go look at the paintings and read about the artist. Anu's been working with us the last 3 or 4 years. Thank you so much, Anu. We hope to see you sometime live in the future. Thank you so much.
I would love to visit IIT Madras once in a life to see my live painting on the wall of Madras, IIT Madras.
Absolutely. We're thankful to NCAT and IITM for doing this, for enabling this. Thank you. If I could request Anand, if you're there, Anand, if you could please come online.
Yes, ma'am. Hello, ma'am.
Hello.
Can you hear me?
Yes, Anand, we can hear you. Once again, Anand also has been working with us. Kekarda, are you able to hear?
Sir, I'm not able to come today because of my health reasons. I'm not able to come today. But I'm very much happy to see the function through YouTube and Zoom. So I'm very much happy that my paintings are in the wall of fame in IIT Madras. So, next time I'll make sure to come and participate in that. Sorry for that not to be.
Anand is actually, his artwork has been commissioned by many people. He's won several awards. He also works very closely with the Heartbeat Foundation, and we've known Anand for about 3 years now. And some of his paintings are on display, so for you to take a look. Thank you, Anand. Hope to see you next time. I want to now ask Kelly Coleman if she's there. She's from the United States. Kelly, are you there? Kelly's painting is the one that says over there, ink, with that mantle, like the candles on the mantle. Are you there, Kelly? She may have dropped off. I don't know. I don't see Kelly here. So maybe we can move on to Dr. Nanita. Dr. Nanita, would you like to come online? Dr. Nanita's painting is the one, the large rectangular painting, with that landscape. I will let Dr. Nanita explain how she made that painting. It's very interesting, actually. Dr. Nanita, could you please unmute yourself and come on video?
Yeah. Hello, am I audible?
Yes, you are.
I thank you for inviting me, and I'm very grateful to you all for putting my painting on the wall of fame. And this is my first experience with this. And I'm also glad to share with you all that recently even I won I was felicitated and won an award by the Delhi State Commissioner of Persons with Disabilities in this year itself for using innovative technology to paint. And it's a wonderful experience to be here. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Anita. Her painting was done just with head movements on a specialized software. I think it's called Dextraware. Am I right? Praveen, yes. Praveen will speak to it a little bit more in detail if you want. Please do meet with him. He's the one who's helped facilitate. So she does all her paintings with just head movements. Next, I would like to, I think we are pretty much done. I don't know if Gunavati is here. Gunavati, are you here?
Yes, ma'am, I'm here.
So Gunavati is the founder of Guna's Quill Art. All these all these quill arts that we, gave our guests of honor. And also that artwork that's present over there, the Ganesha, that's a quill art, not made by Gunavati, but Gunavati ma'am herself employs a lot of differently abled artists. That was made by Vasundhara, and I'm going to turn it over to Gunavati to say a few words about her work and Vasundhara as well.
Thanks a lot, ma'am, for giving me this wonderful opportunity, and very good evening to you all presented here. And I want to tell about Vasundhara. He is a hearing and speech impact person. எப்படி நான் அவளை பார்த்தேன் அப்படின்னா, அவங்க அப்பா ஆல்ரெடி சூசைட், அண்ட் தென் அவங்க அக்கா வந்து சூசைட் பண்ணிட்டாங்க, மேரேஜ் லைஃப் சரியில்லைன்னு சொல்லிட்டு. ஸோ அவள் அந்த மாதிரி ஒரு ஸ்டேஜில் இருக்கும்போது என்னோட ரிலேட்டிவ்னால எனக்கு வந்துட்டு அவளை இன்ட்ரடியூஸ் பண்ணாங்க. ஸோ அவங்க சொன்னாங்க ரொம்ப டிப்ரெஷனில் இருக்காங்க, நீங்கள் ஏதாவது பண்ணுங்கள், சும்மா இதை சொல்லிக் கொடுங்க, அவளுக்கு சேலரி கூட வேண்டாம் அப்படின்னு சொல்லிட்டு என்கிட்ட வந்தாங்க. ஸோ நான் அவளை வந்துட்டு ஒரு வித்தின் ஒரு 2 months அவள் வந்துட்டு என்ன சொல்கிறது, ரொம்ப ஒரு சூப்பராக வெளியில் வந்தாங்க. நான் எக்ஸ்பெக்ட் பண்ணவே இல்லை எந்த அளவுக்கு அவள் இது பண்ணுவா அப்படின்னு சொல்லிட்டு. அவளுக்குள்ள இருந்த அட்மினிஸ்ட்ரேட்டிவ் கெப்பாசிட்டிலாம் நான் பார்க்க ஆரம்பித்தேன். ரொம்ப சூப்பராக இப்போ வந்துட்டு அவங்க தான் வந்துட்டு, இப்போ நான் வந்து இப்போ டெல்லியில் இருக்கேன் ஆக்சுவலாக, அதனால தான் என்னால் இப்போ அவங்க வந்துட்டு என்னால் அட்டென்ட் பண்ண முடியல. HGH எக்ஸ்போ அப்படின்னு சொல்லிட்டு இன்டர்நேஷ்னல் எக்ஸ்போவில் இருந்துட்டு இருக்கேன். ஸோ இப்போ என்கிட்ட ஒரு 8 லேடிஸ் என்கிட்ட இந்த குவில் ஆர்ட்டில் வந்துட்டு இருந்துட்டு இருக்காங்க. ஸோ அதில் வந்து லீடிங்காக இருக்கிறது வந்து வசுந்தரா தான். ஸோ அவங்க பண்ண அந்த கணேஷா பெயிண்டிங் தான், கணேஷா ஆர்ட் தான் வந்துட்டு நீங்கள் அங்கே பார்க்கலாம். ஸோ அவங்களுக்குள்ள இந்த எத்தனை டேலண்ட்ஸ் நான் வெளியில் எடுத்துகிட்டு வந்தேன் அப்படிங்கிறது எனக்கு ரொம்ப ஹாப்பியாக இருக்குது. ஸோ கண்டிப்பாக நான் ஒரு நாள் அவங்களை அங்கே கூட்டிகிட்டு வந்து அவங்களோட ஆர்ட் வந்து அந்த ஒரு வால் ஆஃப் ஃபேமில் வந்து இருக்கிறத காமிப்பேன். ஸோ ஐ எம் ஆல்சோ வெரி ப்ரவுட் பிகாஸ் இந்த ஒரு குவில்லிங் ஆர்ட் வந்து ரொம்ப பெரிய டிரான்ஸ்மிஷன் எனக்கு லைஃப்பில் கொடுத்தது அப்படின்னு சொல்லி இங்கே கண்டிப்பாக சொல்லணும். தேங்க்யூ ரஞ்சினி மேம் ஃபார் கிவிங் மீ திஸ் வண்டர்ஃபுல் ஆப்பர்ச்சுனிட்டி. ரெகுலராக என்னை வந்து நீங்கள் சப்போர்ட் பண்ணிட்டு இருக்கீங்க. தேங்க்யூ ஸோ மச் மேம். தேங்க்யூ.
Thank you, Gunavati ma'am, for joining. I think, that's pretty much it. I was hoping Kelly would be there to say a few words. Kelly has also been working with us for 3 years. She's a visually impaired artist from Nebraska, actually. And her painting, like I mentioned, is the one that says ink with the candle on the mantle. Hopefully, someday she will join us to speak to us. But since we are already running a little late, I would like to kind of wrap up this segment of the program and move on to our next program, which is essentially a series of inclusive programs. The first one, I'd like to introduce Gattam Maestro Dr. Suresh Vaidyanathan sir with Chandrajit Dureraj on tabla. They're going to be presenting something called fingerprints, and I cannot wait to see what unfolds. Suresh sir has been a major supporter of art abilities right from the beginning, and every single time he comes up with something innovative to bring in inclusion within the arts, and we're very, very thankful to you, sir, for once again supporting us. While we get set up, I would request you all to go please take a look at the Wall of Fame, read a little bit about the artists, check out their artwork, and come right back. Thank you.